Good morning. Rise and freedom. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. It's the Wake Up America show. Let's rock. Yeah. Freedom Family Friday is here. Stephanie's in the house.
Woo. I feel like I'm at Warped Tour.
Yeah. Rock and roll on Christmas. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. I'm Austin Peterson. We're thankful to have you here.
God.
Stephanie Peterson.
I'm too old for this. I think if I went to Warped Tour again, they're coming back, by the way, next summer. If I went there again, I'd probably hyperventilate and have a heart attack.
You got so excited about Warped Tour coming back, and now we're like parents, and I'm looking kind of gray, and it's kind of like, the will is there, but
I don't think I have the energy.
Yeah, the mind is wanting, but the body is perhaps a little unwilling.
We could go in wheelchairs.
Yeah, there you go.
Just have someone wheel us around all day. Oh boy.
People who are asking about the jam this morning is a band called Neffex, Neffex.
I need to listen to more of what they make.
They're good. I was playing that other song that you heard this morning. That was them as well that I was kind of playing. The other rock, the punky song that I was kind of playing before, the Christmas song.
I'll have to listen to it again.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll try and get it in here. But it's really good. They're really good. Neffex. So they wrote the Christmas song. Nice to see so many people joining us live this morning on the Wake Up America show. Merry Christmas.
Hello. Happy holidays. I guess I'm a happy holidays girl.
We have to be because we're an interfaith family.
Yes, we're interfaith. We're Judeo-Christian.
Judeo-Christian agnostica.
Judeo-Christian nothingness.
People are always like, Austin, why do you celebrate Christmas? It's like, I was raised with Christmas. Christmas is a part of our family tradition, and we support the Christmas spirit. And, listen, don't believe, don't receive. Santa Claus is coming to town.
I know. I'm excited. We have jingle bells all throughout our entire house, by the way, like on every single door. That's our alarm system.
Yes. Exactly.
So anytime anyone opens any door, there's jingle bells going throughout the house.
Yes. So, exactly. So when you walk through like one entryway, there's a big jingle bell. It's like,
and we have like a booby trap, almost like Home Alone.
Exactly. You took my Home Alone reference.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
You were going there.
I was going there.
Hey, great minds think alike, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Christmas.
We finish each other's sentences. We're kind of perfect.
Merry Christmas, Kevin. We're going to have a great show today. It's just going to be kind of all over the place. We'll have fun. Justin Peterson will be here, and he has a surprise.
He does. Yeah. He does. He's having a baby.
Oh, my God. What did you say? Excuse me?
I said he's having a baby.
No.
That's a surprise.
No. No, there's Justin.
Men can have babies too,
That's what I guess we've heard. Yes. This is not a Christmas song. So Justin will be here. He'll be in the Christmas spirit. He's going to jingle our bells. We must be on the front page of Rumble or something. Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Wake Up America show.
How many people?
329.
Oh, hello.
That's kind of big for us. So.
I like that number.
Yes. Nice to see everybody here. I'm Austin Peterson. This is my wife, Stephanie. We're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to goof around. And for that, we hope you will bless us with something.
Can you bless me with something?
Oh gosh.
Please.
Can you suck it?
Many of the things that you see on the show this morning are for sale, but not me, not us.
We have a mug.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the Liberal Tears mug. You can see. Thank you, John Rail, for the kick in.
John,
we appreciate you, brother.
We love you, John. By the way, all of the holiday cards are in the mail.
Yeah, all of our supporters, the monthly supporters who are at the, this is the Peterson's Patriots, and everybody who's been generous this year. We've sent out the Christmas cards, so you should be getting them in the mail. And if you're curious about getting on the Peterson family Christmas card list, we'll have details about that later.
And if for some reason, if you are a 1776 a month or higher and you did not get a card, let us know, and we will get you one. But I'm pretty sure I got everybody.
Yes. And so Justin is going to be on the show today at 8 a.m. Central. He's got a surprise for you. You don't want to miss that. That's going to be a lot of fun. We have a farmer on the show today, remember?
I love it. I asked you if he's going to be wearing a straw hat.
I kind of hope he will, but I'm not sure. I really do. I'm not sure. So we're going to have an Iowa farmer in the house today at 7:30, and he's going to talk to us today a little bit about some of those food myths. and legends and facts. So he is.
I've subscribed to some of those.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about RFK Jr. and some of the talks about some of the toxins in our food and things like that. So you know what? Instead of listening to politicians or people on the internet, let's go out to the cornfields and the wheat fields and the soybean fields of Iowa. Let's talk to a real, honest-to-goodness farmer.
I hope he's streaming from the field.
He's streaming. I do too. Wouldn't that be nice?
I hope he's like on his tractor.
Be freezing his boobies off out there.
Yes, but you know what? They wear, their thermal underwear, their overalls. They got all the Carhartt jackets.
It's true. So, maybe even better if he's like in his truck, you know what I mean? He's got like that truck and he can like yell in the camera like all those videos that you see, the angry bearded men yelling in their trucks and they're like 1776 will commence again, right? Something like that, right? That'd be great, actually. That'd be good show.
I'm really curious what he looks like now. This will be quite a surprise.
You're gonna see what he looks like. We're gonna talk to an Iowa farmer today at 7:30.
He's from Iowa.
He's from Iowa. He's an Iowa farmer. He's gonna talk to us a little bit today. And if you have questions for him and you're watching the show this morning, and some of the stuff that you're gonna hear this morning, you might agree, you might disagree with, but we want your feedback. We don't want you to leave. Don't get mad and leave, right? Just because somebody has opinions on the show, right? Could people be sensitive about this? For some reason, people are really sensitive about food topics, and I get it. It's all right, but everybody should be free to eat as they eat. You want to eat a bunch of sugar and blow up to 500 pounds. This is America. Or if you want to take testosterone replacement therapy, get swole like RFK Jr. and be 69 years old and look jacked, then this is America. You're free.
I was just having the debate last night. I was buying Hazel some baby food for Christmas as a treat, and they had organic baby food and non-organic baby food, and I was like, what do I do?
I know.
Am I poisoning her if I don't buy organic?
Yes, it's toxic.
Because the organic is many dollars more expensive.
Of course it is. You know why? Because you need a lot more farmland. He'll explain this in more detail to make organic food because you lose your crop because the pesticide.
Yes.
Right, and the herbicide. So when you make organic food, it does go through a much stricter process of selection in order for it to qualify as organic here in the United States. A lot of companies now, they use the term, the label.
Non-GMO.
No, non-GMO is another very specific one, but they use natural.
Oh, all natural.
Yes,
cage-free.
Yes, cage-free. Yes, yeah. So cage-free lentil beans or something like that. Yes.
And even the cage-free chicken farms. Sure, they're not in a cage, but they're still in a small enclosure.
Right.
It's basically a cage.
Well, what would be better is, and when we have our own little farm with chickens one day, is just kind of let them run around and stuff.
Free range them,
yeah. There's plenty of land.
So that's the thing is you have to train your chickens to be very fierce. And you have to train them for if a hawk is coming down, they have to hide underneath the foliage.
Right. That's you're still going to lose a few sometime here and there, but you can teach them. And another thing that you can do, you see a hawk. I've seen farmers who they'll do a whistle. Yeah. And then the whistle will blow and then all the chickens immediately go shoo. Yeah. How do you train a chicken? You know what I mean?
Probably with corn. The way that I used to get the chickens back in their coop at the farm I volunteered at was I would take little corn kernels and I would have them follow me into their enclosure, and it worked.
Yes. Well, we're gonna speak to an Iowa farmer here in about 10 minutes. Merry Christmas! It's the Wake Up America show. There's 635 people watching Soul and Rumble. Hi guys. It's rising. It's working.
I feel like the water is rising.
Yes. We've had a crazy week. This week started out bad, really bad, and then it got better and started to normalize.
Yeah, Monday was terrible.
Monday was horrible, terrible, no good, bad day.
Very bad day. Yes.
Very bad day, and it was kind of like it had built up because the weekend was also terrible. We got hacked. We had to go to Best Buy. I had to go to Columbia
You thought we were hacked again this morning.
I got scared.
You get up right quick out of bed at 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, how are you doing? You're like, fine. And then you disappear. And I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah, I was like, I'm fine. And I'm sitting there, naked as the day I was born downstairs in my office, freezing. And my nipples are so hard. I could cut the glass on this board right here on this table right here. And I'm just sitting there the users. I'm such a hurry because I'm checking all the logs to see if anybody had logged in because I got these weird messages on the account. So everything's okay. We're all...
We've killed all of the hackers because we do not follow the NAP.
We don't follow the NAP, at least according to my manifesto for libertarian nationalists.
That's right.
Which came out this week.
Yes.
And is getting a lot of positive feedback,
Congratulations,
actually. Thank you.
by the way.
Thank
A
you very
manifesto is quite a big thing. I've read the Communist Manifesto.
Yes, this is the Manifesto for Libertarian Nationalists. And I didn't even have to murder anybody for it to be read, you know? That's a nice and good thing, Zach. Thank you.
Did they have to murder people to read the Communist Manifesto?
Well, yeah, but also
Well, obviously,
a lot.
communist murder, yes.
Yes, they did have to murder a lot of people to read the Communist Manifesto, in fact. But I was making the joke about the United Healthcare murderer from last week, you know what I mean? It's like, is that too far? Too far?
Too soon. Hashtag too soon.
Yes.
Although we got a really upsetting email this week. That's another thing, because we have Anthem Blue Cross Healthcare, and they sent us an email saying that they are renegotiating their contract for MU Health.
It's an extortion tactic. So the insurance companies do this, where MU Health is kind of the best healthcare provider, so they can like demand higher.
And that's where I went for my birth. That's where I go for all of our specialists, for her pediatrician. Yeah. And now they're threatening that they might not work with each other anymore.
They're not going to do that. They're just doing all they're doing is scaring people like us, so that we will harass Blue Cross Blue Shield to do a deal with MU Health. And they eventually will, because there's no way that the largest insurance coverage company is going to not work with the largest. There's too much money. Like somebody's going to do a deal because they just have to.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine if I was pregnant right now and they were threatening this. I would be like, oh my God, where am I going to give birth?
Think about all the pregnant women out there who are in that situation, and that's their doctor, and they're scared.
It's terrible. It's so sad that they use people as pawns.
Yeah, they do, because and you know. There's been a lot of conversations online. I saw Elizabeth Warren yesterday was saying, like, she was kind of like warning other healthcare executives about, like, about the situation. The people blame these corporations and things, but it's like we put the knife to their throat, to these businesses, and we force them to provide a business model that's unsustainable. It's not sustainable. You can't run an insurance company that has a clause in it that says you can buy insurance after your house is on fire. That is not. It's not a sustainable business model.
No.
They have to. Then they start denying more claims in order to account for the fact that they have an unsustainable business model. So it's just completely screwed. And of course, the communists want that. They wanted to put that system in place so that it would. Many of them knew that it would break the system. When Obama said, "You like your plan, you can keep your plan." What a lie! My plan was canceled like the month that Obamacare passed, right? And I had affordable health insurance, and it came at the worst possible time, right when I had quit my job and started my business and really needed it. And it was too expensive after that, like doubled. The government has destroyed our healthcare plan in this country. The health insurance system is just, all we're doing is putting patches on the Titanic, and we're fiddling while Titanic is going down,
And this whole like enrollment period where you have to enroll between November whatever and December 15th. And then once that's over, no more unless you have an emergency. That is BS.
Unless you have a qualifying cause.
Right. You get married, have a death, have a baby.
Imagine if you bought a new car and you're like, well, you can't buy car insurance until this year. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait. You can only buy a car in this certain time period. Car insurance is only for sale in this time period.
That's terrible.
It's screwed. It's
Although
stupid.
Dental and vision insurance, you can get it whenever you want.
Right.
Because it's still very much privatized.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Although if you've noticed, you don't get those small town dentists like you used to get. Now it's very much like it's corporate dentistry even too. And
it's like a pyramid scheme when you go into the dentist.
Yeah, no, it's
They try to sell you all of these different services.
It's bad, but you know what's good is that 845 people are watching and listening to the Wake Up America show. We're honored. I'm the husband. This is the wife. I'm Austin. This is Steffi. We'd love to have you guys be regular guests of the show. Fridays are usually when we kind of goof around, and it's less like straightforward, hard-hitting news. It's more me and my family. We call it Freedom Family Friday, and we goof around. We talk about love and marriage and some politics and news and things like that. But it's really just Fridays is kind of our way to just enjoy, relax, de-stress from the week. We have a baby in the house, baby Hazel. For whatever reason, she decides to go to sleep like every time on Fridays at like right at night, like 7 o'clock.
I would like to say I have her trained.
But we kind of do.
I know her little routines.
We kind of do, but we also kind of don't, right? It's funny how
It's random, but yet I know that when she's her loudest, that's when she's about to fall asleep. So it's like she starts screaming right before the show, and we're like, oh my God, this is terrible. She's going to be screaming. And then the calm, there it goes.
Yes. So we love babies, and we brought our baby on set. And if we raise at least $100 on the Wake Up America show in Rumble Rants or in purchases at forlibertyshop.com, then we'll bring out the baby. Yes. So
we have been working so hard on the merchandise at forlibertyshop.com.
We are working overtime to try and make an awesome shop for everybody, you know? There you go. Liberal Tears.
Yeah.
That's a
I
popular
can't remember
mug.
which camera here we got.
Okay.
Oh, there.
Liberal Tears.
So we have a Liberal Tears mug.
That
We
was really
have
popular.
so many mugs right now. We've got Doge mugs. Our Doge gear is selling like crazy.
They love it. This is a really popular holiday sweatshirt. The ho ho ho. Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho. That's John McClane from Die Hard.
Yeah.
And so.
And we have some Die Hard Christmas ornaments as well.
Oh, dude, the Die Hard collection over at forlibertyshop.com is off the hook. It's awesome. So go to forlibertyshop.com this morning. Purchases that are made during the live show count towards the bonus baby content. So if we hit $100, we'll bring out little baby Hazel at the end of the show and we'll kiss off. And Justin has a big surprise today at 8 o'clock. We've got an Iowa farmer coming on in about 5 minutes. We got Justin at 8 a.m. Central Time. It's Christmas, baby. We got a lot to do. We got a lot to share with you. But before we do, real quick, speaking of babies, I got to say big thanks to Mike Huckabee for sponsoring us this morning. Did you hear about this?
Oh, the Donald Trump book?
Yeah, he's got, it's the kid's guide to Donald Trump is what they call it. Mm-hmm. Let me read it to you, see if I can read it to you. Hold on one second. It was... I was having a little trouble again. There we go. Here's what Mike Huckabee wrote for us. He says, as President Trump prepares his second term, he says he wants to teach our kids to love our country, reversing radical anti-American rhetoric that our kids are hearing in classrooms across the country. I totally agree, Mike Huckabee. The best place for the kids to start is to learn all about President Trump and his vision to make America great again during his second term. That's why Mike Huckabee's team put together the Kids Guide to President Trump Victory Edition. This is a new one. And to celebrate President Trump's return to the White House, they're giving it away for free. We got to get our copy. This book is great because it features fun illustrations and content, teaching kids all about President Trump's accomplishment and his goals for his second term. Mike Huckabee wants to send your family this free guide so you can teach your kids the truth about President Trump and his mission to make America great again. Yes.
I feel like I need to make a video of me reading that book to Hazel.
It's going to be America first, okay? America first.
You can claim your free Kids Guide to President Trump Victory Edition for your kids right now. See the offer and details. Order your free guide at kidstrumpguide.com. That's kidstrumpguide.com. Thanks, Mike Huckabee.
That's awesome.
He's like the ambassador to Israel, I think.
What?
Mike Huckabee, yeah, he got the job. He got tapped by Donald Trump to be the ambassador to Israel. That's a big job.
I'm really shocked by that.
No, it's a big job for Mike Huckabee, right? So,
is he like a big Israel fan?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
as many of the evangelicals tend to be. Remember, we had this conversation before a little bit about that. So, but we'll talk more about that later. And thank you very much to Mike Huckabee for everything for the sponsorship. Looks like Rumble's having a little bit of trouble with the.
Apparently, Rumble doesn't want us to sponsor the book.
No, it's something with the studios going on a little bit. That's okay. We appreciate you, Mike Huckabee. Hopefully, we'll get it working.
Yay! Oh, so the QR code is appearing on the screen?
It is.
So
it should be.
people can
It
see
should
it?
be. There we go. It says that completed. Okay.
Yay!
Thank goodness. Woo!
We did it!
Thanks, Mike. A sponsorship from the ambassador to Israel himself. We got a lot to talk about. We got to go get the Iowa farmer, Steffi. We got to run, okay? This is going to be a great show today. You do not want to miss a single second. We've got Justin Peterson. He's got a holiday secret for everybody at 8 a.m. Coming up next, what's in your food? RFK Jr. says, ban those scary, toxic foods. Should we or shouldn't we? We'll talk about that when we get back with an Iowa farmer, the Wake Up America show on the 4 Liberty Network.
Are you tired of the strange radioactive effects of leftist culture? Do you ever wonder what happened to good old-fashioned American values? Well, fear no more, because there's a new force fighting back against the cultural rot of today. Introducing Culturama, a right-of-center talk show that's taking back the future today. Hosted by none other than blonde bombshell herself, Daniela Pensack. She's not just talking, she's taking culture back. With sharp takes, brilliant guests, and a few surprises along the way. Tune in to the live video podcast twice a week, because the future doesn't have to be weird. It can be Culturama!
If there wasn't going to be somebody who was a fiery champion of liberty, somebody who would get out there and who would be aggressive, and if they wouldn't do it with more fire or passion than I had, then I would go and I would fight this battle for us. I've fought for the principles that we all share. Parties tend to be secondary to me. We're here because we believe in the principles of liberty. I am not a perfect messenger, but I think I'm a damn good one. This is a replica of our first president's flintlock pistol. You have my full support, my respect, and my gun.
I think that at the heart of my philosophy is much more libertarianism than well, that's the fashionable word these days, I guess. A conservative is no longer just that. He's a libertarian and always has been.
Yet any time you and I question the schemes of the do-gooders, we're denounced as being against their humanitarian goals. They say we're always against things, we're never for anything.
What is fascism? Fascism is private ownership, private enterprise, but total government control and regulation.
Well, the trouble with our liberal friends is not that they're ignorant. It's just that they know so much that isn't so. If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth. This is the issue of this election. Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves.
Conservative, so-called, is the one that says less government, get off my back, get out of my pocket, and let me have more control of my own destiny.
Do you hate the deep state? Do you reject the Antichrist in all his ways? Do you believe that aliens controlled LBJ to assassinate John F. Kennedy? Did you know that the shot can put chemicals in you that will make you more sensitive to 5G? Do you love America? Do you want more freedom? Do you like smoking hot red-headed libertarians? Then the AP for Liberty shop is for you!
Good morning, Rise and Freedom. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Austin Peterson. You're watching and listening to the Wake Up America show on the 4 Liberty Network. This is my smoking hot, red-headed libertarian wife, Stephanie. Hi, Steffi.
Hello.
Merry Christmas, or Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, thank you. You must be culturally appropriate.
That's right. We must always be politically correct. Actually, we don't anymore because Donald Trump is the president of the United States. Political correctness is over. Woke is dead. We're done with all of that. It's a new regime. But what kind of changes do you think that the Trump administration is going to bring in? We know Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is a big one, and a lot of people have a lot of questions about how our food is made and the processing that is involved and whether or not soybeans will truly turn the frogs gay. No, it's not the soybean. That's the chemicals in the water that are making freaking frogs gay. We'll talk about all that in just a moment, but we do want to highly recommend that you guys visit our 4 Liberty Shop store, number 4, libertyshop.com.
We sell Liberal Tears mugs. Oh, gosh. We sell so many things. We sell lots of Trump gear if you love Trump.
Let me just tell you something. If you have a patriotic, liberty-loving American in your family and you're like, I want to get them something for Christmas that I cannot get them anywhere else. Yes, you can get a Liberal Tears mug in other places. However, we have so many products, patriotic products for liberty-loving Americans that you do not get anywhere else. So you need to go shopping during the store, have another tab open while you're listening to the show. Go to forlibertyshop.com and check out all of the awesome Christmas merchandise that we have as well. And our Founding Flavors coffee is delicious. I'm drinking it this morning. What kind did you put in for me today, Stephanie? What am I drinking?
Oh my goodness.
Is it Thomas's Painkiller?
It's one of the 3 that are on the screen today.
It might be Madisonian Mornings.
Nowadays, I just go through the motions, so I just pick up whatever box of Founding Flavors is on the counter. I'm sorry.
So here's the thing. So corn, canola oil, the high fructose corn syrup, soybeans turning men into women, growing boobs. Right?
I stay away from soybeans myself because of estrogen.
Edamame, right? All of these questions, toxic. Should we, red dye, number 6. Europe bans this. California bans that. Will the rest of the United States follow suit when Robert F. Kennedy? You know what? It's time for us to go to the source. I don't want to hear from politicians. I don't want to hear from internet people. I want to hear from an Iowa farmer. His name's Tristan Miller. He's joining us live right now. Not from the for a nice warm house. Morning, Tristan.
Morning, Austin.
Hey, welcome to the show. So you're a corn, soybean, and what else?
We have cattle and sheep as well, too.
Cattle and sheep. Okay. So people have a lot of concern about their food supply, Tristan. There's a lot of questions about things like dyes. For example, I heard about like moms that used to pick out the red M&Ms out of the bowl so that kids wouldn't be eating that red dye and stuff like that. I mean, are there true dangerous toxic foods that are making their way into our food supply?
I think possibly with like all the synthetic red, like red dye 40 is a big one. I think there's a chance, that's probably had an effect on a lot of people. There's a lot of studies that suggest a lot of the, the red 30s, yellow or red 40s, yellow 5s, I think it's red 6, that has a pretty big effect on people. And and big effects on children too, and kind of how they behave and things like that, developmental as well.
Where do these red things come from? What are they made of?
Honestly, I know a lot of them are petroleum based. And beyond that, I don't really know. I mean, they're not coming off the farm. I know that.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. So it's something to keep an eye on and something that merits a longer conversation. I spoke to a friend yesterday on the show. His name is Jeremy Kaufman, and we were talking about some of these things when it comes to, is something toxic? Is it not? It's important to keep an open mind. Don't just get into one side or another. The science says this and the science doesn't say that. And then you get to where I am the science. And it's just kind of like, no, you need to be able to kind of change your mind about things as new evidence comes out. And I certainly am willing to do so. But when it comes to other items like high fructose corn syrup, like that's a big question, right? You're a corn farmer, Tristan. People are kind of pointing the fingers a little bit at people like you for manufacturing a dangerous chemical substance that's in everything we eat. Talk to us about the dangers of high fructose corn syrup. Something we need to be concerned about?
I really don't. I think yes and maybe yes and no. So when corn comes off the farm, a lot of, at least in my area, where it's going to go to is an ethanol plant that they're gonna process that, and they're gonna do a lot of different things with it. For one, they're gonna use it to make the ethanol that goes into biofuels, and then they're gonna also make the high fructose corn syrup to go into all your artificial sweeteners, everything like that. And I think if we could limit those, or obviously, since I'm a corn farmer, if there was less demand for that, it would affect me. But I think if we could take that out of a lot of things, I think that would be would honestly be a good thing.
Is it just is the problem here, Tristan, and correct me if I'm wrong, is the problem with the high fructose corn syrup the question of dosage? I mean, in some ways, so when people are talking about seed oils, they're like, they're toxic. And it's kind of like, that's sort of a loaded phrase that could mean a lot of different things, right? They're like, oh, it's poison, but it's like, yeah, if you eat enough of it, right? It's it's poisonous.
And I think that is a lot of the issue is that, it is in moderation. It's probably not necessarily bad for you, but we live in a world where a lot of people don't have it in moderation. They're drinking half a gallon of Coke that's got high fructose corn syrup in it and eating Skittles and everything like that, just loading themselves up with sugar almost every day.
Yeah, and Tristan, is it the case too that that the subsidy does lead to perhaps some overproduction of like some of these products and things?
Yeah, it can. Yeah. So there's not any corn, like really corn subsidies out there right now. Now that can change, depending on the administration. Like in 2020, we had I'm trying to think of what the name of it was, but it was a big corn and soybean subsidy that was given to farmers during the Trump administration when we had the effects of COVID with exports and with the tariffs on China. And so that kind of artificially raised the price some, and that led to some of the overproduction. But the overproduction is kind of a lot of why they produce high fructose corn syrup, because you got all this corn, and so you've got to do something with it. And there's profit to be made from companies like Cargill and other, which they're probably the biggest one in the country, which Cargill is the biggest privately owned company, I think, in the world. And they're the ones who, so they own a lot of ethanol refineries and soybean crush plants. So they're a lot of the ones that are making the soybean oils, and I think they possibly process canola too as well. And canola, and I think they have wheat flour mills too. So they're into a little bit of everything. But yeah, a lot of your seed oils and stuff, they're produced because of kind of, an oversupply that we have, because we've got all this grain and more than we have livestock to feed it to.
So should you just produce less corn? Would that be the answer?
Yeah, less money. What are you trying to say here? This guy's trying to buy some Christmas presents.
Right. So it's all money driven. That's the crazy thing. Is like you're kind of being boxed in here, because it's like if you want to make money, you have to make these things that aren't super healthy. And if you don't want to make as much money, then...
But I mean, people, it's not his fault, man. People want to eat it. It's not like, he's not forcing it down people's gullets, right?
No.
Like people are making these decisions. My problem is that we've got these people on left and right who are like, no, you're not smart enough to make your own food decisions. Maybe they aren't.
Yeah.
And so we're going to use the government to make them for you. So that's my problem. I don't like nanny government, a nanny stating. I don't care who's in charge.
Well, the food pyramid didn't exactly help us, and didn't the government make that?
No, exactly. That didn't help either, did it, Tristan?
No, that didn't. That didn't. As and as a guy that predominantly is a cattle producer, I'd say eat more beef. That's
beef is healthy. Yeah.
In our house,
beef is very healthy.
Yeah.
In our house, we have a little debate, because I always thought that red meat is bad for you. Like, it's bad for your heart. It leads to high cholesterol problems. I thought it's like worse for you than chicken, for example, and fish. So is beef like less healthy than chicken and fish, you think? Or do you think it's like as healthy?
I think it's as healthy.
Wow, really?
Yep.
That's cool.
A lot of it's about kind of like, it's really just about calories, isn't it, Tristan?
Yeah.
The question is, how many calories are you taking in? Because it's like
calories out.
If you eat the same amount of calories of high fructose corn syrup as you do the same amount of calories worth of sugar, you're getting the same amount of caloric effect. Doesn't matter what the product is, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you eat, say, 1,000 calories of high fructose corn syrup in a day and 1,000 calories of beef, there's I don't know how much high fructose corn syrup that's going to be, but it's not
right.
It's not going to be much. Whereas 1,000 calories of beef is is going to be a pretty decent meal.
It is, and it's going to it's going to fill you up.
Yeah, it's
right?
going to fill you up.
I mean, there are kind of certain superfoods, at least from what I've been able to determine, like to make at least a positive determination. Like cottage cheese is a superfood, right? It's high density, low calorie, right? It's a it's a protein rich cheese. And then you've got oatmeal. I eat a bowl of oatmeal every morning. That's another one where you get it's all about the energy payoff that you get for the amount of calories that you're eating, and how full does it make you feel? How well does it sustain you and your ability to wait until the next meal? Did you want to hop in, Tristan, on that?
Yeah, like you got talking about superfoods like eggs. Your beef. Lamb, that's another good one. Another good one as a lamb producer. That's another good
lamb
one.
producer. Yes,
another good one. Yeah,
I like lamb. I like lamb.
Now, are you an organic farmer?
No, we're not. We're not an organic row crop farmer. And we also have a business where we sell and apply chemicals to other farmers' fields.
So, do you have a strong opinion about organic food at all, or?
Not really. I think it's kind of your, it's up to the consumer what they want to do. There's a couple organic farmers in our area, and the trade-off with organic farming is where for the equipment he has and the manpower, they farm, roughly maybe I think less than a quarter of what you could farming in the conventional side, but there's higher premiums.
Yep.
With it.
You need a lot more space. You got to have a lot more ground.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, your yields are not a lot less, but your corn, soybean, I think he maybe grows some organic wheat as well. So, which wheat is one thing that's not grown much in South Central Iowa, just for our climate, but it just
quick question,
a lot more.
Quick question, Tristan, because we're starting to run out of time towards the end of the interview. Is soybeans and soybean oil is it the cause of all of the high levels of estrogen in many of our fellow men? In other words, is soybean turning the frickin' frogs gay? I mean, in other words, in other I mean, because honestly, because look at Asia, right? They eat a lot of soybeans.
Yeah,
they eat a lot. That's like their primary diet.
Exporters, or they're our major exporter for maybe not a vast majority, but a good majority of the soybeans that are exported end up going to China.
And there's a lot of genetic reasons for why Chinese people are smaller. A lot of it has to do with what they eat, for sure, right? And just different genetics. But when it comes to the question of soy and how it interacts with our hormones and our chemicals, you are an Iowa soybean farmer. Tell me the truth, Tristan Miller.
Yep. From what I've seen, I don't think so.
You don't think it's turning the frickin' frogs gay?
I don't think it's turning the frogs gay, no. I don't think so. I don't think
you would say that. Yeah. He's in on it.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I stay away from soy because of the estrogen issues.
I like a little edamame.
I like it, but I'm scared of it.
I think it's, one of those things you don't want to have, like anything. I don't think you want to have a high soy diet, but if you're worried about that, eat beef or lamb.
Thank you. Exactly.
We do have some frozen lamb in the freezer, and we do need to eat that soon, Austin.
Yeah.
Tristan, how do you feel about the incoming Trump administration? RFK Jr. is talking about making some changes to your industry. How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good. I mean, I think they're like with any industry. I think there is a lot of room for improvement. I know he's talked about a lot of the larger corporate farms, which would include a lot of the bigger hog confinement operations and some bigger row crop operations, big dairies, talking about making it a little harder on those guys, maybe where they've got to downsize and making it easier for a smaller guy like me. And I think there's room for improvement and some regulations that they could put into effect that I think would help. Okay, well, that's good to know, Tristan. Hey, you got any special messages to anybody out there who might be listening? Any last words? Like any thoughts on Christmas time, Santa Claus? Where do you stand on the Santa Claus? Santa Claus believer or? Well, I don't think my young boys are within earshot. So I mean, we believe in Santa Claus for them. But
That's right. That's right. We're saying, listen, this is maybe we should have warned you, but this is a Santa Claus believing show. FYI.
I watch that online tracker of Santa every year,
That's right.
and I really think it's real.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not particularly religious, but in our house, Santa Claus is the law.
We now have a child in our house for the first time, so Santa is real now.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. We can't wait
as they get older.
Tristan, anything else you want to share? Maybe a plug? Have you got like a book coming out or anything?
I don't. I've got a good friend who's got a book, Braxton McCoy, mutual friend of ours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anybody who hasn't read his book, go on over to his website and purchase that.
Yeah, another farmer, Braxton McCoy, is the one who connected us. We'll have to. Hey, make sure you let him know that you were on the show and all
now,
that.
Now, do you ship your meat to other states? Like, can we buy it?
No. That's something I would like to get into, but yeah. Not anything we currently do.
Well, we got to pass like a lot of new laws when it comes to meat regulation in this country because it is currently very difficult. They have to have like federal inspectors at the station for everything. It's a nightmare. And like if you want to buy like more local stuff, it has to like go to a federal facility first and then come back to you. It's a nightmare. So there's a lot of changes. Yeah. Tristan, why don't we have you back sometime and we'll talk more about it, brother?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Maybe after Christmas. All right. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Yep. Merry Christmas,
Merry
guys.
Christmas.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you.
I could talk about food all day long because I used to be a food conspiracy theorist. I went to a non-GMO rally one time.
Yes.
And that was when actually the activist, God, what's her name? She's like a popular libertarian girl. She actually was arrested because she was using a megaphone without a license.
Oh, God.
At the non-GMO
who are you talking about?
Oh, God. Is her name Caitlin something?
Caitlin something? I don't know.
She had breast cancer and she used marijuana to cure it. Oh, my gosh.
Of course she did.
I'll have to come up with the name later. She's a big libertarian activist.
She's a big libertarian. You know who else believes in liberty? Those are our friends over at Rumble. Well, they wanted me to share the message about their Rumble Premium service. When they first started back in 2013, they've been around for a little while now.
And I just learned about them like 2 years ago, maybe.
They've just got kind of really popped up on everybody's radar. And now we are a Rumble first show.
Yes.
We are a Rumble and Locals show, the Wake Up America show. And we're glad to see because
we sent them a holiday card this year.
They put us on the front page. We're on 1,500 people watching us. We ask our listeners for a lot. I'm not going to lie. We ask them to visit our shop. We ask them to do a lot. Now we're going to ask them to do something for somebody else because Rumble stepped in when we got demonetized on some other social network that we shall not be named. And they actually reached out to me and they said, hey, we'd love to help support the Wake Up America show. We love what you and Stephanie are doing with your podcast and with your network. We want your network on Rumble and Locals. And so, for now, a year later, since we've really gone full blast with Rumble, we've been absolutely killing it. We normally will get, there's 1,500 people watching us now. But we'll normally get 150. So they've been very good to us to promote us and to help us. So what I would like to ask for our listeners, because of Rumble stepping in and not censoring us like other social networks, is to, if you can, support Rumble through a Rumble Premium subscription. It's worth it. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't like commercials. Well, you don't get the commercials if you have Rumble Premium. I have Rumble Premium, and it's really good, especially if you're a streamer on Rumble, if you post videos too, because it would have this little green Rumble Studio sign on there, which I don't necessarily mind, but they take it off if you're a live streamer. So it's good if you're a streamer on Rumble, but if you really want to help support people who believe in free speech and support us at the same time, make sure that you click like on the stream, follow the show if you like the content that you're hearing, and become a member of Rumble Premium. You can get $10 off with promo code STUDIO if you purchase an annual subscription. Go to rumble.com/premium and use promo code STUDIO. Thank you, Rumble.
I can actually see where that would be helpful because when I go and try to watch your show after it's over, every time I skip through, it plays an ad, and I'm just like, and then I have to wait for the ad, and then finally I get to see your beautiful face in your interview.
Yes,
but then it's like a few minutes into the interview, another ad.
Yeah, it does happen, right? So it's a lot better if you get Rumble Premium, so you can just kind of have the whole AP Steffi experience on the Wake Up America show, right? Right.
Amen.
Justin's coming up soon.
He's got a super special secret.
We've got a few minutes, though, so can I show you this funny clip that I had of Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden?
Oh, she's actually wearing a blue suit this time,
she's
not red.
Yeah, so I've got, she has been kind of throwing like hard eyes over at Trump lately. And
maybe she's having an affair with him, you think?
No, but here's, no.
I mean, Biden, his parts probably aren't working right anymore, so she needs to find someone.
No. No. But I think she might be throwing a little shade on Kamala. Like, I think that there really is trouble in the ranks. And I think that Joe and Jill are glad Kamala lost because of the way they got the knife shoved in their backs. They did not want to step down. The reason I think that is just take a look. Take a look.
So I hope that you all feel that sense of, peace and light. And that just for a moment when you leave here today that you feel, I don't know, a sense of joy. Because I think we all need like this, we all need to feel joy now during this time of the season, during this time. So anyway, okay, now I'll start.
So that was Kamala's slogan.
What was it?
Was that we need joy this time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, maybe she's just being all peaceful and happy.
No. She's like, joy in this time. It was like the Kamala slogan. We need joy in this time.
But maybe she's just trying to keep that Kamala spirit alive and continue with her words.
Then why is everybody laughing?
Yeah.
So why is if it's just that, then why is everybody laughing? They're laughing because they know that Kamala lost, and they're like, we need joy in this time because Kamala sure didn't bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, boy.
Damn.
Well, maybe she'll run for president one day. Jill Biden for president.
Yeah, I got a little soundbite we're getting ready to go to a real quick commercial break so we can go get Justin on the show. He has a Christmas surprise for us all. But I recorded a little audio track of him. He has a little pre-message before he comes on. Here it is. Everybody listen up.
Wake up, you sexy bitch. It's time to sin.
Wow, that really sounds like him.
Wake up, you sexy bitch. It's time
That's probably his alarm.
All right, it's time for us to have some fun. We're going to go to a commercial break. Do not go away. You must understand we have Christmas surprises. We have hijinks, fun, shenanigans, Christmas coffees. There will be lots of fun and maybe even some sexy times. Yes. We'll be right back.
Oh.
We'll be right back on the Wake Up America show on the 4 Liberty Network.
The Christmas tree's on fire. Santa's holding the lighter. My parents are both liars. I got gifts but 1 subscribers. Thanks for the candy basket.
Are you tired of the strange radioactive effects of leftist culture? Do you ever wonder what happened to good old-fashioned American values? Well, fear no more, because there's a new force fighting back against the cultural rot of today. Introducing Culturama, a right-of-center talk show that's taking back the future today. Hosted by none other than blonde bombshell herself, Daniela Pensack. She's not just talking, she's taking culture back. With sharp takes, brilliant guests, and a few surprises along the way. Tune in to the live video podcast twice a week, because the future doesn't have to be weird. It can be Culturama.
If there wasn't going to be somebody who was a fiery champion of liberty, somebody who would get out there and who would be aggressive, and if they wouldn't do it with more fire or passion than I had, then I would go and I would fight this battle for us. I've fought for the principles that we all share. Parties tend to be secondary to me. We're here because we believe in the principles of liberty. I am not a perfect messenger, but I think I'm a damn good one. This is a replica of our first president's flintlock pistol. You have my full support, my respect, and my gun.
I think that the heart heart of my philosophy is much more libertarianism than well, that's the fashionable word these days, I guess. A conservative is no longer just that. He's a libertarian and always has been.
Yet any time you and I question the schemes of the do-gooders, we're denounced as being against their humanitarian goals. They say we're always against things, we're never for anything.
And what is fascism? Fascism is private ownership, private enterprise, but total government control and regulation.
Well, the trouble with our liberal friends is not that they're ignorant. It's just that they know so much that isn't so. If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth. This is the issue of this election. Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves.
The conservative, so-called, is the one that says less government, get off my back, get out of my pocket, and let me have more control of my own destiny.
Better. Here we go. Good morning, Rise and Freedom. I'm Austin Peterson. You're watching and listening to the Wake Up America show on the 4 Liberty Network. I am here. We're queer. We're coming to take your children. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Ooh, that deserved a Kamala Harris laugh. Stephanie Peterson is my smoking hot redheaded libertarian wifey. She's here in studio.
I get so out of breath when I dance now. We need to work out. I have not been working out. You have.
I've been doing double duty as a sensei in Jefferson City Parks and Rec. I was doing the adult class. Now I'm doing the adult class and I'm teaching the kids class, baby.
I know. You're so awesome. And me, I just do baby aerobics.
We gotta get you
lifty.
We got to get you back in shape after the pregnancy. We got to pump you up. Yes.
I'm a lower weight than I was before I was pregnant currently, but it's because I have no muscle anymore. I'm just skin and bones.
Freedom Family Friday is a special day. I bring my family onto the show. My wife is here. My baby is sleeping in the corner. Justin Peterson is live from Boston. Good morning, Justin. Mary.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas, brother.
Merry Christmas.
We're so happy to have you here, Justin. Thanks so much for joining us on the show. Sometimes it's hard to get you on, and we're so glad that we've been able to get you a little more regularly. Christmas is a very special holiday for our family because we had so many special Christmases as young men. We were, I will say, spoiled, but really just loved, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We really did.
Sure.
Christmas is a special holiday for us to remind us of our grandparents and our parents, right? There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. And it is the most wonderful time of the year because for a time, like, I feel as if, like, to some extent, people relax a little bit. Like, people are always really, really tense during the rest of the year. And yeah, Christmas can make people tense or irritated, and it can get to people. Not everybody enjoys the holidays, Justin.
Those people are Scrooges.
Some of them, or some of them are just alone. You know, can you imagine being
there's
alone?
a lot of sad people on the holidays.
Can you imagine being alone on Christmas, Justin?
I've been there. I mean, during COVID, you know, that was not fun.
Right. That's right. That was the year that Stephanie and I got engaged.
You watched us get engaged on webcam.
I know. I got to watch via the Zoom. Or
I know. I remember your face. I really do. I remember looking at you in the camera.
Yes. So real quick, but we might as well go ahead and get this started because I know that people are going to be really excited to hear this, Justin. And if you don't mind, let me make the announcement. But Justin, who is a professional vocal coach, he is a professional performer and a singer, is going to sing some Christmas songs for us today.
All the ladies in the audience are like,
ladies. Their vaginas exploded. So here's how you can get your request in, and we cannot promise to honor everyone's requests. However, if you would like to make a request for Justin today of a traditional Christmas song, anything traditional, if it's something like Wild and Weird or Woolly, he might not know it, right? So, and that's
or
just
have
what
it
it is.
yeah.
Or have it, okay? So here's the thing. Justin can play the piano and sing, and he will do so. If you would like, yes, there will be baby. Yes, if we hit $100 by the end of the show, we'll hit the bonus baby. But
is someone asking if the baby's
they're
coming?
asking, saying no baby. Yes, the baby will come if we hit the $100 bonus part. So Justin will sing, but here's how you can enter in for the song. You have to do it with a Rumble rant.
Ooh,
dang!
That's right. And it could be $1.
I hope I have the songs.
Well, you don't have to do all of them, but here's the thing. If you want to get in a song request, you can make a song request by using Rumble Rants. So it can be $1, it can be $5, $10, what have you. If somebody puts down $1,000 in a Rumble rant, I'm pretty sure Justin's going to sing that song.
Someone put a rant. I see it.
Cecilio says "Silent Night."
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just write
That's
that.
a good one.
Yeah, can we write these down somewhere? No, I'll have to check them. Yeah, write these down. Silent Night. But if we get $1,000 Rumble rant today, I'll split it with Justin. Right? Or if I'll tell you what, if we get some exceptionally redonkulously huge one or something like that, it's going to be $1,000. But if somebody gives us
I'll take my top off for $1,000. Give me a break.
I know some people would be interested in that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, whenever I see those questions, they're like, if you could get $1 million, would you run down the street naked? Those kinds of things. And I'm just like, I don't know.
I'd do it I'd do it for free.
No.
I have to have more respect for myself. I'm a woman.
I mean, $1,000 or $1 million, that's
a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yes. So we are only accepting requests by Rumble Rant. You can also do a YouTube super chat as well, and I'll go over and check people over there. But
There's another one?
Yes. John and Casey, little drummer boy, John Rail. Thank you, John. Yes. So
hi, John.
Hey, John.
John and I were chatting.
Yeah, he got his Christmas
He got our card, and he wants to meet us and Baby Hazel sometime.
Good. Justin, there's a lot of traditions. Everybody kind of has different traditions. We've kind of added on a new one for Stephanie and I because we have Stephanie and the baby. We now do a thing where we like to stay at a nice hotel in downtown Kansas City near Christmas and go out and have fun and party for the night before Christmas Eve. And then everybody gathers together at the Peterson household on Christmas Eve. And we all just share time together. Sometimes we go to the holiday service. Although this year, and this is actually, I think, a good conversation to have. Justin, write down "Oh Holy Night." That's from Look It's Liz.
Okay.
I think we need a new tradition of a church for the candlelight service this year. And I don't want to diss anybody or anything like that. But I'm really not a fan of the newfangled progressive Christian tradition.
So can you explain to me what is a normal candle service? Because I've only been to this one at your church, and so what usually happens?
Okay, so I'll explain that, and then Justin can fill in the details. Frickety donated $5, says, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas."
Oh, thank you, Frickety.
Pork Chop says, "Good King Wenceslas." That's a good one. I love that song.
I don't know that one.
Good King Wenceslas, something, 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 something.
Oh, okay, I know that tune.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. Thank you very much, guys, for the Rumble Rants. But the traditional Christmas service that we were raised on is a candlelight service, and you sing traditional Christmas hymns, and you also tell the Christmas story of the birth of Jesus Christ. And usually it's very cinematic in a way, even if you don't necessarily use all of the lights and sounds. Sometimes you have a little, what do they call it when they do the actual
the manger thing?
The manger scene, Justin.
Oh.
There's a word for it, isn't it? Isn't there?
When they do the manger scene?
When they do the Christmas pageant Grandma did at First Baptist Church of Raytown.
Right. Right.
But like the old school like traditions that we had were they would tell the story. Little children would come up and would read from the Bible, and they would tell the Christmas story of the birth of Jesus and of the angels watching, and the shepherds watching the flock by night, and then the three wise men and the three magi would come to give gifts to Jesus, which actually was a year later, but it kind of all comes together in this story of the Christmas story. And then but the music is really the thing I think that kills me, because I don't mind. I mean, here's the thing. Christian rock and like contemporary Christian music, it's not compelling to me, right? I don't get this same feeling that I get from like Nelson 65 was talking earlier, Oh Holy Night.
Yeah.
Right. And Justin, you had a story about Oh Holy Night from your college days that I will never forget. Do you remember this one?
Oh, you got me, Ba. You got me.
You forgot?
I remember. I forgot.
Your freshman year of college, Justin goes to Simpson in Iowa and Indianola. And he is walking down, it's cold, and he's walking down to class. He's walking the street. It's near Christmas time. And Justin, you went from, at least from what I can remember of what you told me, you heard a loud bong of the Christmas bells.
Oh yeah.
And then it was like, fall on your knees. And I'm pretty sure you thought that the rapture had happened and that like
I think I'd remember that. Yeah, it's like Jesus is coming back.
Yes.
It's like, get ready.
Yes. I remember that story really like burned into my memory when you told it to us. And it's like, but then you realized it was just a just a speaker in a bush, But we have lots of Christmas traditions and a lot of things that we do, and we spend time with our family. Justin, what are some of your favorite Christmas traditions? Would you like to share?
Oh, my favorite Christmas traditions. Well, I mean, this is going back to when I was a kid, but I absolutely love the Christmas specials. So I always try to make time to watch those every December. So I love all of those Rankin Bass old TV specials like Rudolph is a number one, but and Charlie Brown, of course. But I also love like the Year Without a Santa Claus, and there's like a bunch of other ones that came out. So I love those. But I think you hit the nail on the head when you were talking about like as you get older, you sort of need to kind of create your own traditions and create your own things that you do, because as people in your family start to pass away, there's traditions I have found in my life that you have to value traditions, and you have to like make sure that that's an important part of your family sort of structure, at least for me, because like we can't go over to grandma's house on Christmas Day anymore, obviously, and so those kind of things change, and so you need to replace them with other things. But I totally agree with you about the Christian music situation, especially at church. The tradition is really built on lessons and carols, which is an old tradition where you would have like a lesson from the scripture about, the birth of Jesus, and then you have a carol, right? And that was the whole thing. And what I have found is that in my experience, it has become non-participatory. So like last year when we went, we literally sat there the entire time, and they performed like the praise team like performed. There was no congregational singing, and then when they did sing, it was all of these hymns and things I'd never heard of, and I was like, "What is this? This is Christmas Eve. Like we're supposed to be singing all the classic, little hymns and Christmas carols, and they were not to be found." And I would say.
Justin, I hate to interrupt you, brother. I want to continue this conversation. We're hearing from the chat. They're saying that the audio is a little staticky. So I think I know how to fix that, but we're just going to need to go to a little 1-minute standby screen. So if the people wouldn't mind, we're just going to go a quick standby screen, and we'll troubleshoot the audio, and we'll be right back. Don't go away. Cool. We'll be right back on the Wake Up America show. Okay, guys, we're back. Just, it's just me running the show here, so I can't always troubleshoot everything 100% perfectly. But here's the situation. If Justin is continuing to be staticky for another minute or so, here's what we're going to do. We're going to call him on the phone. He'll still be on camera, but we'll use the phone audio to communicate with Justin, and that'll be how we sort of do it. Hopefully that won't create some kind of feedback loop or anything like that. But Justin, if you wouldn't mind, tell us your name, age, date of birth.
Don't hack me on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. You did get hacked on Facebook, Justin. You want to tell that story here?
I mean, I don't know if I got hacked per se, because to me, hacking means someone gained access to my account. But there is a thing, y'all, I will tell you. Do not link your Instagram accounts to your Facebook accounts. Keep everything separate. Meta has a backdoor loophole situation going on where if you have done that, someone can create a fake Instagram account, link it to your Facebook account, and when that Instagram account gets nabbed for violation, it takes down your Facebook account with it. And I am one of thousands of people that this has happened to. Turned on, the whole 9 yards. So it's some sort of a technological loophole in Meta's software. So, and a lot of people are solving this by going to small claims court. They're actually suing Facebook to get their accounts back.
That's terrible.
Yeah, people are like, oh, that's what you get for having a Facebook account. But it's this is kind of how we communicate with our families.
It's not that. It's also your business. You run your business on it.
Yeah, many people do.
It's a marketplace. It's this is where you do your marketing and how you raise awareness for your business. It's a necessary thing, even if you don't like it. It's well, I don't have to like it, but it's how I find students find me.
Honestly, we just tapped into an old Facebook group, Team Liberty, #Team Liberty, just the other day, and Freedom Ninja Army, that's been around for years and years, because we're there's thousands of people in these groups. We need to bring them into the new generation of what we're doing here. So we actually just tapped into our Facebook network the other day.
Boomer book, that's what Sign of Jonah calls it. That's
it is.
I like Facebook.
We are there. Just it'll get to a point where the Amish will finally be on it.
I would love it if I could be friends with Amish people. I think that would just make my dreams come true. I've always wanted to go to an Amish person's house.
She has the weirdest fantasies. Justin, I'm Austin Peterson. This is my wife Stephanie and my brother Justin Peterson joining us live here. We are the Petersons, and this is the Wake Up America show. This show is live Mondays through Fridays, 7 to 9 a.m. Central Time. We'd love for you to stick around and be a regular guest on the show. Fridays are special days, and we usually goof around, and we have a lot of fun. Justin's going to be singing today on the show. I'm excited for that. We got a bunch of great requests. You can get a request in, too. If you make a Rumble Rant donation or Super Chat, if you will, then those will all get put in the kitty and we'll start singing. Or in about 15 minutes from now, we'll start doing the holiday Christmas karaoke. That
Are we
good?
Singing too?
No, we don't have to.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to sing after you hear Justin sing. So,
that's funny.
Exactly. So thank you so much for being a regular guest. Since we are on the front page of Rumble today, there's 1,200 people watching us live. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
So really quickly, we'll get back to the content, but I just want to say thank you to Rumble and thank you to you. If you are watching us today for the first time, it's really hard for us. It's really hard to grow a podcast. So when we get little bumps like this, it really means a lot to us. We'd love to have the opportunity to earn your respect and your support and your regular viewership, because it is a 5-day-a-week show. So consider not only clicking the like button underneath the feed today, but click that follow button as well. Right now, before you forget, to get alerts on your phone whenever we go live, which again is Mondays through Fridays, 7 to 9 a.m. Central Time. It's a 5-day-a-week freedom, fun, family extravaganza. Sometimes, we laugh, but we drink a little. Sometimes we're a little naughty.
You sexy bitch, it's time to sin.
But it's all good-hearted fun.
Did you hear that, Justin?
Did you hear that, Jess?
I did. I loved it.
Yeah, exactly. We thought you would. We thought you would.
That should become your alarm ringtone.
Yes, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Bitch, it's time to sin.
It's time to what?
Wait, hold on. No, let me say it again. Here we go. Here it is. Hold on. Listen.
Wake up, you sexy bitch. It's time to sin.
Wake up.
It's time to sin.
It's time to sin. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I was watching Martha Stewart the other day because they were showing her I guess she's got this documentary that came out, and they were showing.
She didn't like it,
dude. We haven't watched it, but I probably.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, I know.
I love documentaries.
Okay, so we got to finish the Lacey Peterson documentary.
I know that one's great.
It's a good one. It's a good one. But I was watching.
No relation.
I was watching Martha Stewart make her eggnog recipe, and if you have a shot of that, you will be drunk. I mean, it was highly. I mean, you could light it on fire.
Was she drinking it while she was making it?
She did. Well, she made one. She made one. But I mean, like, obviously, it's a ton of sugar and stuff. But it's just like, I mean, rum and like whatever, all these things. I mean, she was pouring like liters and liters of liquor in there. She's like, make sure you only have one. We're like,
I'm sure she's done so many drugs.
She's like, I don't know, man. She's been in prison now, man. So she had to like rape somebody to stay dominant, the alpha.
Drug smuggling in prison.
Yes.
She probably smuggles an eggnog into prison.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having Martha Stewart as your cellmate in prison? You know,
it would be very organized. I bet
Exactly.
It'd be very organized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure somebody probably already did like a Mad TV segment about that, like her from jail, Martha Stewart from jail, like holidays.
I would have her make my bed every day and use her sheets.
Yeah, they sent her to like Club Fed though, so it was like one of the nice federal prisons and stuff. Justin, we got about 10 more minutes until we start singing. A lot of stuff's been going on here behind the scenes, and a lot of announcements, a lot of changes are being made, and I've been writing a lot more. Did you have a chance to read the manifesto that I wrote and dropped this week?
I scanned it.
Okay.
I did. I saw it on X and I scanned it. And I was like, yeah, this is actually really good. And I agree with it, because it's, we're in an age where the founding principles of our country are being largely pushed aside in favor of authoritarian and totalitarian political philosophies. So, anything that restores the sovereign rights of the individual, as far as I'm concerned, are important.
It's kind of a challenge in a way that I'm a bit of a dropping of the gauntlet in a sense, like that the liberty movement in the United States needs to get their shit together and start to wise up and consider really what are the policies that were not only going to advance liberty but will actually be effective. I mean, one of the kind of zingers that I have in there is that I said that libertarian ideas do quite well when they're not advanced by libertarians themselves, right?
Agreed. When they're advanced by Republicans.
Well, and not just, Republicans, small L libertarians, because in some sense, when we were at the Republican County Caucus here in Cole County, I ran on the delegate slate for a delegate office, and it was the first election in my life I've ever won. But I won it not because I was some libertarian guy or whatever. Just a concerned citizen and a local landowner, right? Just a simple, straightforward, basic message, right? And also, too, overarching is that MAGA, right, the Republican MAGA movement, for all its flaws, right, it has shown that the spirit of liberty, the skepticism of centralized authority, disdain for a bloated bureaucracy, and a belief in economic dynamism still resonates deeply with millions of Americans. So there's kind of a desire, a desire among many American people who do believe in liberty, but they don't think you should trans the kids. And they do think that immigration, can't be unlimited, right? They do think that that cultural nihilism is not the way to go. I have a whole section where I talk about this cultural nihilism that is rampant, and it's on the left especially, of course, with nothing matters, tear down the statues, destroy your history, right? But you've seen it too on the right, Justin, a cultural nihilism.
Yes.
An anti-liberalism that says the problem with Ronald Reagan is that he was too libertarian. The problem with America is there's too much freedom, essentially. And I really just...
How is that a problem?
It's a problem because people are able to make choices for themselves, like... I want to go to McDonald's and eat the seed oils RFK Jr.
Yeah.
Right. It's my decision. I know that I'm not, if I want to eat healthy, I don't go to McDonald's to eat lentil beans.
Right. Or I want to smoke menthol cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like
Joe Biden.
Everything here in Massachusetts is banned. Like they have all of the vapes and all the flavored vapes and everything. Because they were like, we have to think of the children. Meanwhile, we have the methadone mile over here in Boston where there's like a whole village of tents where people on meth, go to get their fixes. I'm like, maybe we should worry about that and not the fact that kids have access to vapes. I'm like, really? It's just
Well, again,
it's so paternalistic. It's so paternalistic.
It is. And they're like, well, it's toxic, and it's kind of like, well, so is alcohol, and we all enjoy.
So is water.
Drink.
Water will kill you.
Yeah.
If you drink too much water, you'll also die.
Right.
Like it's
It's about the individual and the protection of individual rights and individual liberty.
You were also saying in your manifesto that libertarians, once they have freedom, like for example with marijuana, we have marijuana now. Okay, let's move on. Like once they have freedom, they want more and more and more, to the point where now they like MAPS people.
Right.
Now
right.
so it's like they just take it a little too far off the edge.
Well, it's that whole Hegelian thing. The whole system we live in is that Hegelian dialectic where the left provocates, the right responds, and then the ratchet just keeps getting pulled further and further left. I mean, that's exactly how it works. And that's like same. Well, and it's also like, here's the thing, and I think this is, and maybe I said this last week, but the left, the far left, okay, uses the LGBT community and minorities and all of that as a skin suit to push their political agenda. In other words, they use these identities like human shields, right, to push their stuff. Well, the right does that too, but they just use Jesus, right?
Yeah.
They use Jesus as their shield to be like, oh, well, we got Jesus on our side. I'm like, says who? Like, my whole thing is always against authoritarianism. You cannot convince me that there are not right and left wing, factions of authoritarians that want to tell you how to live your life.
And that's where I come down, where I say it's like, some on the authoritarian right, they're basically just Elizabeth Warren, but goes to church on Sunday, right? They agree with every principle that she espouses economically and fiscally, but they just happen to be believers, right? It's Bernie Sanders. It's Bernie Sanders, but dressed up in vestments, and we have to be the knights. They called Ludwig von Mises the last knight of liberalism. And what I'm calling for, my call for libertarian nationalism, is to call for a new Liberty Knights Templar to become the new guardians of the torch of liberty for the American Republic. And with this comes some things that even many American libertarians will disagree with. One important one, I say, is a defense of civilization over barbarism. And no apologies for it. Libertarian nationalism refuses to apologize for supporting progress, civilization, and the defense of property rights. I make no apologies for being an American citizen whose ancestors were pioneers, who drove across rode the Oregon Trail, came to Kansas City, found that they liked it, decided to stay, and built a life here in this country, and fought against barbarism. They fought for civilization, and it is
and
also,
died.
Many died.
Like I always come back to this point. I'm like, I have blood spilled. My blood has been spilled through my family to defend this country. And that's why I think it's important for us to fight for these values that we have. We have vested interest because we have died, and many thousands of people have died in the quest to preserve the foundational principles that our country is based upon.
Yes.
And here's the other thing. We forget that we have domestic enemies. People that are in this country that are fomenting all of this stuff are literally traitors to our country. They are traitors to what we stand for, and it's only through our tolerance of them that they're allowed to continue to do what they're doing. But they are domestic enemies. Let's not get it twisted. Anybody that wants to tear down statues of Thomas Jefferson, anybody that wants to, eradicate the Constitution is an enemy of our republic, and we need to start, realizing that.
Amen.
And we don't just have domestic enemies, we also have foreign enemies. And I write specifically in my call for libertarian nationalism is to do away with this libertarian idea that if you just leave them alone overseas, that they will leave us alone. That the primary root cause of terrorism in the United States is due to American interventionism.
Blowback.
That is a lie from the pit of hell. And let me tell you why. Because Washington and Adams and Jefferson all knew this. Since Jefferson raised the Navy and the Marines to send to the shores of Tripoli in order to subdue the Mohammedan pirates and terrorists who are pressing white Europeans into slavery, we have to be ready to defend our people and our civilization with the force that is required, and that includes nuclear deterrence. Without national power, we cannot protect our people. But because libertarians that are not libertarian nationalists believe in the non-aggression principle, they retreat into this moral cowardice, wringing their hands over the supposed immorality of defending private property or protecting civilization. Right? We have to reject this cowardice, because liberty has to be defended actively, not passively. Like you were saying, is that the left does something, the progressive does something, and then the right reacts, and then, this whole, the government gets bigger and our liberties shrink. Without an affirmative action, a strategy, an aggressive strategy for liberty, an aggressive protection of our constitutional rights and individual liberties, we will not have a seat at the table when inevitable conflicts arise. And in a world where liberty is constantly under attack, from barbarism abroad to lawlessness at home, a philosophy that is rooted in strength and realism can preserve and advance the cause of freedom. And idealism has to be tempered with pragmatism. And that's what libertarian nationalism is, Justin.
I agree. Yeah, no, I totally agree. And the thing is you have to also think that, okay, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that because of our NAP or whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, well, you assume that those other people ascribe to your belief system, right?
Right.
Like,
that they're not going to screw with you.
Those beliefs. They don't care about those values.
Hamas does not do the NAP.
Yeah, Hezbollah, we don't
care about that.
Yeah.
No, they don't care about that stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, right, well, they'll leave us alone, we'll leave them alone.
Yeah, well, it's like many libertarians will pick and choose from Osama bin Laden's manifesto of why he attacked the United States on 9/11, and they'll point to, well, he says that we're attacking you because you've been bombing Iraq, and it's because you've been over here, and that's why we want you over here to fight us on your sands and all those things. Okay, well, liars will always put in a grain of truth to some extent in order to sell the rest of their bullshit scheme. But another reason, of course, that and one that's a point of contention amongst libertarians and the right these days is the question of Israel, right? And the question of the defense of Israel and whether or not and Osama bin Laden said specifically that one of the reasons he bombed us is because of our support and defense of Israel, which is a civilized society fighting against barbarism. Civilization over barbarism. But one other topic too, and this is very controversial. A lot of Republicans and conservatives may not agree with this, but I'm also opposed to secession. Highly opposed to secession, unless it's Northern California breaking off from Southern California and making the 51st Republican state, and then giving us 2 more Republican senators. If you don't defend liberty, you can't. If liberty isn't advancing, liberty is shrinking, and therefore I am in favor of expansionism and manifest destiny. I'm for the United States expanding into a 51st, a 52nd, and a 53rd state.
You want us to colonize?
Well, Trump is, yes. I think Trump is already on board with that. He wants to make Canada the 51st state, which I think is fun and funny, but...
Oh, they wouldn't let us do that.
We don't, well, we'll see. Let them vote. If they believe in democracy so much, then let them vote on it. Give them a choice of a national referendum. And then see how they vote. And you know what? Alberta would probably vote to secede and break off and come into the United States. So we should take Alberta. We should take Cuba eventually. When because they're going to fall one day. It's going to turn into like a Haiti. And in that situation, a scenario, give them a referendum and they'll vote for the United States, and they'll all be good Republicans. And there's 2 more Republican states.
That's right. And then we'll import Cuban cigars.
Yes, but no Puerto Rico. Because as Justin was saying earlier, that if you are against our Constitution or against American values, then you're a traitor. So Puerto Rico cannot be a part of the United States because they will vote against our liberties and our rights. So unless we colonize Puerto Rico with Republicans, they cannot join. And Washington, D.C. cannot be a state either.
Argentina should be one of our states.
Argentina, oh, that's funny, yes. And the 53rd state should be Greenland. Greenland. They're not using it. They're not using it.
And the North Pole.
Yes.
Santa Claus.
Yes. Mighty Megatron says, I'm wrong. Nothing will be like Haiti. Cubans aren't animals. Well, when people are hungry and starving and communism has taken everything on their table, people will turn, pretty nasty. So, but also I think a lot of Cubans who've learned their lessons from communism would be good Republican supporters. So I would only be in favor of adding states if they vote Republican. So I don't believe in secession, Justin, because I think that would make us weaker. If California seceded, as bad as they are, that it would instantly become the 8th largest country in the world, and our GDP and our national prestige and power would be diminished on the world scene. And then you couldn't travel to California; you'd need a passport.
Yeah, no, I've always said that America will never really kind of have a situation where we're going to be, invaded or attacked externally. We'll just commit suicide.
Yeah. We're going to hurt ourselves.
We'll just kill ourselves. That's how it'll go.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So on that point, moving on to the next one.
Happy holidays.
Yes. So
if you are in crisis, you can call 911 or 988.
Yeah. So in order to be a free republic, we need a new liberty movement, and libertarian nationalism is distinct from other forms of libertarianism, and in its fundamental discarding of pacifism and the non-aggression principle. But if you're an anarcho-capitalist, if you're an Amish person and you don't want to pay taxes, then the wilds of America, of the United States, are free and open to you. Like, go out into the woods, right? Live off grid, just don't be a free rider and expect that you get to live, in a downtown area that has, their own system and set up. Go set up your own system, right? The Alaska has vast wild lands, untamed. Go in there and set up your own community, right? Just like the Amish do. And they don't have to pay the income tax, right? So they don't use the infrastructure to a large degree. And that's why they get to kind of, be off on their own. That way we protect their religious liberty, and we can have experiments in the United States. But you don't get to be an anarcho-capitalist in downtown New York City and demand to not pay taxes, and everybody else is contributing to that infrastructure, because that's a free rider problem, and we have to have a system that fixes that. So this is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. Justin, Justin, it's time for you to start singing, brother.
Is it my time?
Are your vocal cords ready?
I know. I've been up. I got up early because I had to do this. Then I took an antihistamine last night because I couldn't sleep.
Antihistamine?
Like
a Benadryl?
Benadryl?
Benadryl? Yeah. I take sometimes at night. I'll take a Benadryl when I can't sleep, and I'm like, brr, and then it knocked me out. But then you get up the next morning, you're like, I can't wake up, because you're so groggy. But yeah.
So Justin, you've got a song list. We wrote them down earlier.
I do. I got them down. I got my. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go.
We're gonna take you full screen here. So it's the Justin Peterson show here.
Oh no!
Yeah. He's in the spotlight.
Oh, no. Yeah. So we're putting you front and center here on the Wake Up America show screen.
Wow.
And all right, Justin, take it away.
Is it my time? Okay.
Turn.
I hope the audio will be okay, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm dreaming tonight of a place I love even more than I usually do. And although I know it's a long road back, I promise you I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams, if only in my dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Boo!
Wrong
Yay!
button. Wrong button. Wrong button.
I'm gonna kill you.
You know what I wish I could do? I wish I knew sign language so I could be a sign language interpreter for your songs.
Oh,
It's always fun watching them at concerts.
Justin, Andy Opperman donated $20 and said that's a down payment on your Christmas album when it hits the 4 Liberty shop. There we go, Justin. We'll give you
We can tap into the music market.
We'll give him a royalty. AP is
Love
it. AP is a jerk. LOL.
Yeah,
Like-
but that's a brotherly thing to do.
Yeah.
That's a sibling thing to do. That's a total sibling thing to do.
As soon as he,
I've heard better.
as soon as he finishes. Oh, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the Wake Up America show. This is my family. I'm Austin Peterson. We're having an absolute blast this morning, and looks like camera 1 over there must have died or something
He
like that.
died.
That's okay. Justin, we got a whole bunch of requests for Christmas songs. And for those who might want to make a request, then you can do so with a Rumble rant. Rumble rants are the only way to make Christmas song requests, although we do have a lot already. But if you want to get yours in, then make a Rumble rant and give your Christmas request in the rant. And that will help us to narrow down the people who have been nice and the people who have been naughty.
Wake up, you sexy bitch. It's time to sin.
Wake up. Really quick, though, Justin, before we get your next song, I'm going to monetize your beautiful voice by telling you about our friend and Emperor Donald Trump. If you're looking for a great place online for news and discussion and entertainment, you should check out Truth Social. I've got an account there. You'll get breaking news, stories, and commentary from top media figures. If you want to see Trump's legendary Truth Social posts, then get on Truth Social today. Join a growing community of patriots on a free speech platform designed to avoid censorship and cancellation by big tech. Make your voice heard. Join the movement. Join Truth Social. Thank you, Mr. President, for that advertisement.
Yay. I wonder how many people are on Truth Social.
I don't know. We got a nice little sponsorship there from the President of the United States there. Thank you very much. Justin.
Yo.
Tell me, what's your next song you're going to pick?
Silent Night.
Okay.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing Alleluia, Christ the Savior is born, Christ the Savior is born. Here we go, German. Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht, alles schläft, einsam wacht, nur das traute heilige Paar, holder Knabin lockigen Haar, schlaf in himmlischer Ruhe, schlaf in himmlischer Ruhe.
You almost like to be booed.
No. That was great.
It turns me on.
Justin, John Rail in the chat says he's going to reach out about singing classes.
Oh, Lord, have
so
mercy.
Cool. He lives in Kansas.
Yes, sir. We are doing. Go ahead. Yeah.
In Kansas.
Yeah. What part of Kansas, John Rail? I think Kansas City,
Overland
Kansas.
Park.
Yeah, OP. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we know OP, don't we, Justin?
I love the OP.
Yeah. So for those who are just tuning into the Wake Up America show, good morning. I'm Austin Peterson. It's my family. That's Justin Peterson over there. It's my smoking hot redheaded libertarian wifey right
I'm
there.
trying to do
Steffi.
interpretive dance.
Steffi, you're doing well. You're doing
Thank
well.
you.
She's beautiful. She's wearing that sexy sweater that I got her for Christmas last year. So very nice. Shake those maracas. Justin, click the like button. And if you enjoy the content today, also click the follow button over at rumble.com. Looks like we got a nice big boost today. So there's 1,200 people, and we're so grateful to have you. We don't want to lose you, though, because what happens is that on Monday, everybody goes away if we're not featured. We'd love to have you come back and just be a part of our community. The Wake Up America show, it starts with our family, the Peterson family, and out of it is the For Liberty Network, which produces my show. It produces Culturama and Liberty Tonight. They're on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. So we're really trying to build up a little liberty empire, if you will, to spread the ideas of freedom and family and togetherness and positive American values. If you'd like to support the show, you can do it for free just by clicking the like button and following the channel right now. We're right now streaming at rumble.com/AP4Liberty. So if you're watching us somewhere else on another social network, we don't mind, and everybody has their tech and they like to use it the way they want to use it. But if you have a Rumble account and you're watching us somewhere else, we like to think we're a Rumble first community, Rumble locals, because Rumble's been good to us. And if you see those numbers with over 1,000 people watching, that's because Rumble decided to give us the kiss of life today and to give us a Christmas present and to help us to be introduced to you. And we don't want you to go away. We'd like you to be a part of our community. So please do join us today. Click like and follow the stream and come back and join us on Monday. It's a 5-day-a-week show, 7 to 9 a.m. Central Time. If you're in the Christmas spirit, then make a Rumble rant. If you're in the Christmas capitalist spirit and you want to get a nice gift for the patriot in your life, we've got Liberal Tears mugs for sale at forlibertyshop.com, as well as tons of awesome diehard Christmas stuff. Now I have a machine gun ho 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 sweaters available at forlibertyshop.com. My brother Justin Peterson is doing Christmas. You guys sing along at home right now. Justin, what is the next song that you have on your Christmas list?
The next song comes from a 1944 movie, which is one of my favorite movies, Meet Me in St. Louis. This is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Christmas future is far away. Christmas past is past. Christmas present is here today, bringing joy that will last. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who were dear to us will be near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Great stuff, Justin. Thanks so much for that. We appreciate you. The chat and Tyga over in the chat says, "Y'all really making me smile." Yes.
Yay.
We love that.
It's a Peterson family Christmas, and we're glad and thankful that you've decided to join us today. And my brother Justin there is a great singer, and he's singing some of the requests that people have made on the show. You can make a Rumble Rant request as well. If you have a favorite Christmas song, we'd love to hear from you. We heard our buddy Nelson this morning. You know what he said his least favorite Christmas song? And I was just starting to think that it's actually my most favorite now.
Oh, Holy Night.
No, that's his least. Oh, well, that is his least favorite song. But there's another one that he doesn't like that I think is kind of starting to
He
become
mentioned
number
a
one.
few.
Last Christmas.
Oh, Last Christmas.
Last Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't Justin Bieber sing it? Last Christmas.
It was George Michael.
I gave you
For
my
God's
heart.
sake, Stephanie.
Well, all of the pop singers, they started doing it too.
Everybody has done like remixes of it and different things like that. So yeah, it is a popular Christmas song, but it's kind of starting to become my favorite Christmas song. It's like working that way. Your mother was totally enamored with it.
Oh, she was telling me the other day. She's been thinking about it ever since.
Really?
I think she has a crush on
George Michael.
Yeah.
Justin. Do you what's another one on your list that you're a fan of?
Well, let's see. Actually, I need to look at the list. Are people like putting in new songs and
Well,
stuff?
no, I haven't put any new ones in that I can see at least.
Okay.
But,
Well, let's
But I
see.
have the list. Hold on. I can actually pull up the Rumble rants and see. Good King Wenceslas.
Yeah,
by
Good
Pork
King
Chop.
Wenceslas.
Okay, Good King Wenceslas.
I'm gonna see if I can find it. Wenceslas.
Wenceslas.
Is that German?
No,
Oh.
it's Chinese.
Oh, what?
It's Chinese. No, but like bonus points if you know about the Feast of Stephen.
What about St. Crispin's Day?
I have no idea. I just know St. Wenceslas.
No?
Good King Wenceslas.
Good King Wenceslas. Come on, Justin.
I've got to find that music.
He that shall be with me and fight with me this day shall be my brother. And on St. Crispin's Day, he that finds himself a bed shall be ashamed to stand with those who stood with me on St. Crispin's Day. We happy few, we band of brothers. No?
What is this?
No,
wow, band of brothers.
No Christmas bells are ringing.
No Christmas, St. Crispin's Day. All right, fine. Fuck it. Justin.
No Christmas bells are ringing.
No Christmas bells are ringing. Good King Wenceslas. Do your German Good King Wenceslas.
I gotta try to find it.
All I know is dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made it
yeah.
out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel I shall play. Okay, that was the one Jewish
That was it,
Hanukkah
right there.
song that I know.
Aren't there other Hanukkah songs for Jews?
Adam Sandler made some, but I don't.
Yeah, Frickety just donated $5 and said, "Here we come a wassailing."
Oh my gosh, you people are wicked. Are you
How does that
picking
one
the
go?
weirdest
Yeah,
songs?
sail away, wassail
Is that even
away.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh.
You do,
no?
it's Enya.
Oh.
Come here, we come, wassail away, wassail away, wassail away. No. Did anybody get the
Okay,
joke?
I'm gonna try this one. I only got one chorus.
All right,
Listen, hang on,
Justin, do it.
I gotta zoom in because I'm blind.
Go.
Okay. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. There you go.
Yeah.
Good King Wenceslas.
We love it.
Okay. Silver and gold, silver and gold. Everyone wishes for silver and gold. How do you measure its worth? Just by the pleasure it gives here on earth. Gold standard. Silver and gold, silver and gold means so much more when I see silver and gold decorations on every Christmas tree.
I was so sad this year because the garland that we put up last year, it somehow got lost in our house.
Oh, yeah. That was the whole Christmas mystery
We
this
had
year.
silver and gold garland.
We did,
And
yes.
it's wherever it's
Yes,
lost.
Silver and gold, silver and gold.
I love that song.
Me too. Yeah,
I've never heard of that
That's
ever in my
Rudolph.
life.
That's on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right?
Rudolph. Yep.
Silver and gold. Yes,
I love Rudolph.
And who was saying that? Burl Ives.
Yeah, Burl Ives.
Burl Ives. Yeah, he was. Oh, Burl Ives was great. He sang a lot of other Christmas songs too, didn't he?
Yeah, he sang "Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year.
Oh, man.
I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer." I love Rudolph. That's
Have
my
a
favorite.
holly
ball.
jolly Christmas,
Right.
and that's we got to do something too that we can all sing too before we end the
Yeah,
show.
throw it
today.
out.
Group singing.
It's
I got a whole-
8:53 a.m. So
What's
we should-
within our range?
Well, what is something that we can? What's a good choral song, Justin, that we can all sing? It's going to blow us out of the top range. I'm a bass baritone. So.
I gotta stretch them vocal cords. Yes. Let's see. Well, let me look at what I got here.
Mariah Carey? Do we sing Mariah Carey? Is that gonna?
Don't want a lot for
That would blow out our
Christmas.
vocal cords.
There is just one thing I need.
I do apologize.
I don't need the Christmas presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, someone you would ever know. Make your wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
I don't want a lot this Christmas.
I
There's nothing I need.
I
I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree.
Keep going. Just make it up. Just make it up.
Just make it up.
More than you should ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
Baby, all I want for Christmas.
You, baby.
Excuse me, is there anybody who is straight on this show this morning, for the love of God?
Do you think my microphone just blew out everybody's ears?
Maybe.
Oh,
I
my goodness.
have no idea.
Is
Keep
this
the
set up for
Yuletide
singing?
gay, baby. Keep the Yuletide gay.
That's right. That's right. Glad tidings. Okay, so let's think. What is a good song that we can sing, we can sing together? Some maybe traditional Christmas song, Justin. You got any ideas?
I got White Christmas right here.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Dreaming of a White Christmas.
It's kind of slow. Do we have anything upbeat?
Oh, slow.
Yeah, so
You
yeah,
want
that's slow.
fast.
What's something a little upbeat?
I got Go Tell It on the Mountain.
Oh, I love Go Tell It on the Mountain.
Okay, let's hold on. Let me pull up the lyrics to Go Tell It on the Mountain.
That's a good one.
Let me pull up the lyrics.
I miss the infomercials that used to play all of the good Christmas songs.
Yes.
They'd be like, buy this CD for $19.99.
Yes, Go Tell It on the Mountain.
I'll play the version that we did in high school.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, here we go.
You can sing along. Go Tell It. It's a little, it's more gospel-y.
All right, do your best. We'll do our best. We'll try and keep up with you, Justin.
Keep up with me.
We'll do our best.
Okay.
All right, go.
Try not to sing too loud. I'm a really loud
Okay, this
singer.
one's for everybody because the show's almost over. Oh, wait.
no.
Before we start, Steffi, you need to go get the baby.
Did we get the baby
Yeah, we did.
content?
We hit
Oh.
it. We hit it. Go get the
did.
baby real quick, Justin.
All right, what?
Just give me while Stephanie's going and get little baby Hazel.
I'm so glad I didn't have to sing a Holy Night tonight because, wow, that's a high one.
That one will
at the
blast you. Yeah, it's really
at the
hard.
early hours of the morning. I'm like, ooh, boy. My
Yes.
neighbors will be mad at me.
Yes. All right, so she's going to get baby Hazel. Justin, how does give me a little bit of the Go Tell on the Mountain. How does it kind of go in your situation?
Well, I'll start it off.
Yeah, go ahead. Start it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go tell it on the mountain. Go tell it in the valleys that my Jesus, my blessed Jesus Christ is born. Jesus is born. Tell it on mountain. Go tell it on the mountain. Over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Oh, I must be singing.
While shepherds kept their watching, o'er silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Key change. The shepherds feared and trembled when low above the earth rang out the angel chorus that hailed our Savior's birth. Doesn't it make you wanna go tell it on the mountain?
Come on, y'all.
Over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ was born. Now it's my turn. All right, let me do it. Let me sing it. Let me tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. All right, let Steffi do it. Let Steffi do one. Let Steffi do it.
I don't know.
Go tell it on the mountain. Sing it, Steffi. Over the hills
and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
All right, Justin, finish it up.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Tell them Jesus is born. Is born. Tell them Jesus is born.
That song, the range is actually a bit higher than I thought, to be quite honest.
Changing keys on y'all.
Yeah. It's hard to do something like this, to get everybody together on the same page, because there's always a little tiny delay, a little bit.
We need a conductor.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. We're having a blast, guys, and it's the 9:01, which means we're unfortunately at the end of the show. So it's time for us to wrap it up. Justin, we'll be seeing you. You're coming home for Christmas.
I am. Well, yes, as long as we don't have any pandemics.
We'll see you here next week, Justin. Thanks so much. We love you very much. And
that was fun.
We'll see you in the flesh. Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for all you do for us. Have a great day. Bye, Justin.
All right, talk to you. Bye.
Talk to you later.
Bye, Justin.
All right, guys. Time for us to say goodbye.
I was in terrible posture to be singing.
That's okay. We had a beautiful moment. We had a beautiful morning. And the show was great, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm sorry we couldn't get to everybody's songs. It's just you run out of time. So I appreciate everybody who supported us today and helped us to unlock the bonus baby content this morning.
Well, we'll still be here next Friday before Christmas, right? I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah, one more Freedom Family Friday before Christmas. So we'll be here all next week, and then we'll take some days off during the Christmas week. So thanks, guys. Steffi, anything else you want to say?
Be free.
Be free. And don't forget to visit forlibertyshop.com on your way out the door today. That's the number 4, libertyshop.com. Visit and support our patriotic superstore. There's so many great ways to support the Wake Up America show by clicking like, subscribing, being a regular guest on the Wake Up America show, of the Wake Up America show. Again, Mondays through Fridays, 7 to 9 a.m. Central Time. So before you leave today, click the follow button on your way out, the like button if you haven't yet too. and visit the Griff. We say exit through the Griff shop. So exit through the Griff shop at forlibertyshop.com, and we'll see you guys on Monday.
She's like waving her hand.
Are you tired of the strange radioactive effects of leftist culture? Do you ever wonder what happened to good old-fashioned American values? Well, fear no more, because there's a new force fighting back against the cultural rot of today. Introducing Culturama, a right-of-center talk show that's taking back the future today. Hosted by none other than blonde bombshell herself, Daniela Pensack. She's not just talking, she's taking culture back. With sharp takes, brilliant guests, and a few surprises along the way. Tune in to the live video podcast twice a week, because the future doesn't have to be weird. It can be Culturama.
If there wasn't going to be somebody who was a fiery champion of liberty, somebody who would get out there and who would be aggressive, and if they wouldn't do it with more fire or passion than I had, then I would go and I would fight this battle for us. I've fought for the principles that we all share. Parties tend to be secondary to me. We're here because we believe in the principles of liberty. I am not a perfect messenger, but I think I'm a damn good one. This is a replica of our first president's flintlock pistol. You have my full support, my respect, and my gun.
I think that the heart of my philosophy is much more libertarianism than well, that's the fashionable word these days, I guess. A conservative is no longer just that. He's a libertarian and always has been.
Yet any time you and I question the schemes of the do-gooders, we're denounced as being against their humanitarian goals. They say we're always against things, we're never for anything.
What is fascism? Fascism is private ownership, private enterprise, but total government control and regulation.
Well, the trouble with our liberal friends is not that they're ignorant. It's just that they know so much that isn't so. If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth. This is the issue of this election. Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves.
The conservative, so-called, is the one that says less government, get off my back, get out of my pocket, and let me have more control of my own destiny.
Do you hate the deep state? Do you reject the Antichrist in all his ways? Do you believe that aliens controlled LBJ to assassinate John F. Kennedy? Did you know that the shot can put chemicals in you that will make you more sensitive to 5G? Do you love America? Do you want more freedom? Do you like smoking hot red-headed libertarians? Then the AP for Liberty shop is for you! Check out all the awesome new merch and have a happy new year! Fight the deep state. Reject the Antichrist. Visit AP for Liberty Shop and get your patriotic merchandise now, or the deep state wins.